If your Christmas tree has been up since Halloween, you are what we call in the business a JO. The only way to redeem yourself is to go to www.NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
My boy Rock.
Sup, son?
The other day, our friend Dave Chappelle, or as the kids like to call him, Dave Chappelle, released an 18-minute, I think it hit up Instagram TV, a little ditty about, it was titled Unforgiven. Okay?
Yeah.
It was fucking deep. It was pretty crazy. It was all about him being owned and not wanting to be owned. Of all these streaming services streaming the Dave Chappelle show. Now, you know he walked away from the Chappelle show many years ago and he didn't get paid like he said, but it was work that he did and work that he claims ownership to, rightfully so. And a lot of platforms are streaming it, but not paying him. Now, obviously doesn't need the money, but I think it's more of a moral type thing, which I understand. And I
think he's saying he never got paid for a Chappelle show. So the streaming services now, he asked Netflix, do me a favor, I didn't get paid for this from whoever it was, Comedy Central. Please take it off. And they did, which is cool. Which was
for a big ass company like Netflix, a lot of suit and tie right there. That was very noble and genuine of them to say, you want to know what, Dave? You don't feel right about this? We won't stream it.
I like that. I like that they're actually showing support for somebody who's actually made them a ton of money with his specials, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying it's not again. I don't want you to drop these streaming services. It's nothing to do with them. It's I never got paid for a Chappelle show. He goes, so until they pay me, he's like, I'm begging you. He's like, if you ever gave a shit about me at all, he's like, boycott me.
Yeah, which is it was pretty crazy, no? Like,
yeah.
And think about towards the end of this little 18-minute rant segment type thing that he put out. He's like, I'm doing something that nobody in the industry does. He's like, he's letting you know about the contract that you sign. He's letting you know about what happens to you and how you get fucked by the man in suit in the industry, And
he says, when he signed the contract, 28 years old, kid on the way, he's like, all right, assuming that everyone on the table is saying it's a good deal, lawyers,
it's a good deal, Dave.
Yeah.
It's a good deal, Dave.
And he's like, well, what if it's like free card money and they're all in on it together? And, how do I know it's a good deal? And he's like, if I don't sign this, what else am I going to fucking do?
Do you see him setting it up for the audience? The analogy of the 3-card money to the suit and table at Netflix?
Yeah.
This guy is isn't it crazy how, like, when you go see a comedian nowadays, or whatever time it was, okay, I'm going to see a comedian to make me laugh. That's what their job is, right?
Yep. Couple chucks.
Exactly. But Dave Chappelle, which you saw this in like Carlin, you saw this in like Pryor, but like when you go see him, you fucking think. Like, it makes you think. Yeah. Like, it's not just like, hey, titties and a mic and a fucking and a this and a that and a blah.
Yeah, look, he's a different kind of comedian. Like, again, we loved him growing up. but you don't leave an Andrew Dice Clay show being, he's on to something there.
FYI, there was a meme I saw the other day. It was Dice. He posted of himself, like, maybe like fucking circa 90, 88, right? The slick back hair, the fucking the leather jacket, cigarette in hand, and the meme said, "You think you kids are fucking offended now?"
which is great. So it's like comedian. Again, this is about music, sports, and comedy, right? So like, we're into music. We're in a band. We like different kinds of music. We also like different kinds of comedians. Absolutely. It would be boring to listen to the same kind of comedy over and over again.
Yes.
Chappelle happens to be like a thinking man's comedian. It's really introspective and makes you think.
It does. Because as soon as it's almost like a bait and switch, because as soon as you're there, like, you're smiling and you're laughing, and then he goes on this like 7-minute like, oh shit, yeah, you're right, Dave. That is. Then he hits you up with like a fucking LGBTQ fucking joke, and then you're like, whoa. Yeah. And then he's like he's got the dynamic of bringing you down and bringing you up and making you think, and so and just what even when he gets almost feels like, all right, maybe he went a little too deep, a little too dark, he hits you with something fucking hilarious. Yes.
Like, all right. There he goes.
Check out on his Instagram, and I'm sure it's in other places that people are posting it everywhere. It's called Unforgiven. It's Dave's plea of saying, listen, boycott me, don't boycott the streaming services, just don't watch me. Don't watch the Chappelle Show. And I'm going to support him, and I will not watch the Chappelle Show. And I'll just remember in my head, hey, Joe Rogan.
It's literally one of the greatest shows ever on television.
Yes.
Pay the motherfucker, god damn it. Yo, Arch.
What's up, son?
So listen, I looked at my calendar, right? And it's like October, about to be November.
Yes.
I could have sworn it was fucking Christmas morning.
Talk to me. Why?
It's not every day you get to talk to one of your favorite singers of one of your favorite bands.
All right.
Right?
Keep going. Yeah, I agree 100%.
For me, this is Christmas morning. I know you feel the same way.
Absolutely. Or Christmas Eve with the fish and the galamad.
There you go. I actually wouldn't mind that right now. Nice enough to give us some of his time today from the mighty dead Joe Cotela. Joe, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? What's up? Hanging like everybody.
Doing well during these crazy times.
That was a solid intro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I mean every word of it.
Cool. Thank you very much, man. It's good to be on.
Yeah, you're doing well, hanging in there during this pandemic that's lasting way too long.
Yeah, doing fine with it, man. It's day to day. Pretty much day to day. You just try to get up and be like, cool, I'm gonna be productive today. I'm gonna make the best I can of it. It's kind of the thing. So let's hop right into it. You have this is the first time I heard this name, a micro EP. Yeah.
Called Mannequin Eyes. Talk about it, man. It's killer.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'd never heard of a micro EP either. It was to me it was like, all right, it'll be a single with another single, which is usually how kind of singles go, but they called it a micro EP. I was like, cool. Thank you, man. I'm so happy to have it out. It came out at a pretty terrible time, like right when everything started happening, pandemic and everything. But excited to have that out, and been getting great feedback from people, and it's I wish we could be touring and playing the songs live, but it is what it is. So
I'm really digging the acoustic version.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. A mannequin idol, obviously, like a tongue in cheek.
A little bit, yeah.
Like a little bit in there.
Yeah. I didn't do that necessarily on purpose right off the bat, but then I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like that. That's cool. Like I'm gonna run with that. So yeah.
Yeah, and the lyrics deep. I liked how you guys transcribed it to acoustic. I see another side of you. I like it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we thought that we were like, hey, we got a lot of time on our hands. Let's do something a little different, something we hadn't done before. And we just did that kind of for fun at first. And then it turned out to be pretty cool. We're like, let's release this, So it turned out cool. Thank you.
Rocky and I are big fans of, obviously, metal, but like we love acoustic. Like we just had Christian Machado from El Nino, well, formerly from El Nino, but he just did a whole acoustic album. The whole thing's acoustic.
Really? Okay.
Dope. Yeah. Really. So like,
cool.
hearing something like this is like, it refreshes the ears a little bit,
Yeah. It's cool to show different sides of yourself, as an artist. Like I could really do a punk album, I could do a acoustic album, a folk album, reggae, I'd love to do all of it, but you only have so much time and you have to kind of stick to your thing. But yeah, like, I know a lot of artists, we all like, I'm sure you guys as well, everybody likes different types of music. So it's cool to show a different side for sure.
Yeah.
Now the micro EP, is this like, for your second album, is this gonna be like a continuation of the micro EP? Because I heard the song Parasite, which I love. Now is that like, it's not on the micro EP, but is that what's going to be like on like the second album?
Yeah. So all those songs, everything we're releasing right now will all like accumulate and be on the new album when that comes out as well. We just shot a music video for another song. And I don't know when that's going to come out exactly, but yeah. So everything we're releasing will end up being grouped in with the album when it comes out.
Fucking heavy Parasite, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah. That one's, I'm excited for that one for sure.
Right off the get with that song. Right off the get with that song. Like,
thank you, man.
You're just coming in, you're like, well, here we go. It's awesome.
I tell you, again, what hooked me to you guys is that you guys, like, how heavy it is and powerful. You could sing, you could scream, but like, I feel like every fucking chorus you guys write is catchy as hell. Like, like that's a gift, dude. Coming from people that are in a band, I mean, to write a chorus that gets in your head it's pretty unique to do that on every song.
Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a big fan of big catchy choruses, man. I love them. I always have. Everything I listen to usually has that, and I usually don't rest until it is, until it's special to me, to where it's like when I write it, like it just stuck in my head, or whatever. So, yeah, thank you. I'm a big fan of big choruses. I mean, I don't know where exactly that comes from, but I mean, I like anthematic stuff for sure.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Archie and I, we always, when we write a song, we want a catchy chorus in mind. And it's almost like for like our friends almost. Cause like most of our friends are not into like metal, but you drag them out, they come to see you. It's like, you got to give them something that's like a little, something they can grasp onto. Cause it's not their genre, if you would.
Yeah. And that's what I think. Like we are a heavy band. But we like good song. I mean, I like good songwriting. I like that kind of stuff. It's important. I listen. Again, I listen to everything. I listen to, especially right now, I listen to like Billy Joel a lot and all kinds of different stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it's important to include both. Like being heavy is one thing, but then being heavy and being kind of universal and trying to write good songs while you're heavy it's important to me. It makes me happy. So I'm glad that you guys see that. Like it must mean I'm doing the job right, I guess. So that's awesome.
Well, I tell you what, dude, I hear metal, hip hop, punk, hardcore. I love like there's a little sprinkle of synth that gives it this eerie feeling.
Yeah.
From my ears, Spineshank, Edema, Cold Chamber, I'm hearing all these influences. This is just my ears, but sure. I'm hearing all these influences, and I'm like, all right. So Rocco and I, a couple years back, I'm going in and out. Sorry with my fucking
background.
My background sucks tonight, bro. I don't know. Bad green screen.
The background doesn't have much to work with in front of it.
Prick. So a couple years ago, we went to. I learned two things when I left Shiprocked. One, can't drink as much as I used to, man. Not that many days. Not that many days in a row. And two, I left there going, Rock, that fucking band Dead was good. I know I heard a song before, but I didn't really know them. Dude, they were fucking good. So we watched you from, what do you call them? I guess up balcony, right? Overlooking. Yeah, 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
We watched you from above, right?
Okay.
And we watched all the little pre-show antics, like, just watch you get ready, who's coming up to the stage, watch the whole soup to nuts. And I left there going, I'm impressed. I like them. Rock. This is good. This is a fucking good band.
Cool.
Just give me a little bit of Shiprocked. Did you enjoy that? That was your first time on it, right?
Well, if it was, if it was a couple years ago,
yes,
when we played on the deck during the afternoon, I think it was, right?
Yes.
That was when I was on Super Shorts.
Correct.
Yeah, right. Yeah. which were awesome. But I mean, that first one was wild. We just went and did it this last January, right before all this stuff happened.
Okay.
Or February. It was February. But Shiprock was incredible, man. I mean, that first one, we went a little, like you were saying, we went hard on that. We were up all night. Usually the last people to go to sleep. I'd be awake all night and eat breakfast with people before I went to bed and stuff, that kind of thing. So it was a good time, man. We really enjoyed it. And, you meet and hang out with so many, as you guys know, when you're on the ship, you just run into artists and, all kinds of people all the time. So, it's an amazing experience, man. And this last one, I took it easier. I tried to vacation a little bit more. I was with Maria, and we were just taking it easy, and it was nice, man. It was good, but it's a great time, man. It's like one of the best things.
I remember that it was again, before that I heard Anti-Everything on the radio, like Octane, Archie. It was Archie's birthday the night before, and I partied harder than he did, apparently. He dragged me out of bed. He's like, dude, trust me. He's like, you got to see this band. He's like, you're gonna like them. I literally felt dead watching Dead, but we were like so fucking impressed, man. It was an awesome set, and then even halfway through the set, you were connecting with fans, pouring whiskey in people's mouths, and it was a real cool experience.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we tried to make it, especially that one. We're like, let's try to make this like MTV beach house party thing.
Yes.
That was kind of like the conversation before we played that show, because we went pretty hard on that first one, so we were all tired, and we drank, before that, so we had to drink to be awake enough to play the show, I think, on that one. So it was we haven't done that in a while, but it was a good time for sure.
All you need is Bill Bellamy to fucking introduce you.
Yeah. And Bill Bellamy, I try to think of all the people that were on that. Who was that guy with the good hair, that real good looking dude? Dan Cortez.
Dan Cortez. With the headband. Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. Yeah, but Shiprock was killer. And that's amazing that you guys had a good time and turned you on to us, man. That's killer.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was for sure one of, and believe me, to enjoy music when I literally felt like death that day, like a massive fucking hangover. I'm trying to, I was so sick of drinking beer and shots. I think I was drinking white wine, just to, something to that was different, yeah, man, super impressed. And at that time, I guess Misanthropy was, if I'm pronouncing it correctly,
Misanthrope. Yeah.
Just, I guess that just come out, and that was your body of work. You didn't.
No, that's correct. Though. That was the only thing we had out at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's we got to hear pretty much the whole album, which was awesome. And then, the first thing that we did when we got off the boat and going home is buying that album, downloading it, and the first words you say on the album, "Get up and fucking go," is legit sets the tone for the album. And that's what the album does.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. That was it's a great album. I'm still proud of it to this day, and I'm so happy that it was received the way it is. And it's awesome, man. I love it. I still love playing those songs. So
if you don't mind me to switch gears 1 second.
Sure.
Dead has been signed since
2017-ish, somewhere. Yeah, about 3 years.
The music industry itself as a whole right now, 2020, how do you feel it is at a point right now? I mean,
it's in a complete state of uncertainty right now, I guess. It's everybody's scrambling to figure out what to do. I mean, this is just it's the weirdest time ever. So it's weird, man. It was a drastic change. It's been going through a change because of technology. It's been slowly changing and adjusting, and now it's to be a real fast adjustment. But we're also looking at hopefully this stuff will all end. I mean, they're talking about times when everybody can start touring. We just announced Rebel Rock Festival next year in September, which is going to be dope.
I saw that post. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're putting stuff back on the calendar, which is great. And then I think, once we get through it all and, they have, if everything goes smoothly, they have the vaccine, everything will kind of go back to the way it was, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's a crazy time. You don't know how to release stuff the right way. I mean, for us, you have your label and management, all those people involved with your album. So it's like, you don't know how to release it to get momentum behind it, all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of releasing things sporadically, which is also, something that people do nowadays with technology and things. So it's just just like everything. It's a strange time for that. It's a strange time for everything anyone's doing.
I started listening to Spotify probably 5-7 years ago. And the last 3 years, 4 years, I just see like, wow, all right, I got a notification that so-and-so just released one song. Okay. Then like a couple of weeks later, one song. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
I'm like, because you'll hear EPs that come out, here and there, but yes, it's a weird, different time right now. And I know royalties off Spotify, and I heard that are not the greatest, but.
Well, there's different ways of looking at it too. And I think it's kind of cool to be releasing things individually. When you put out an album, put out like 12 songs, people get barraged with a bunch of work. If you put out a song here, a song there, they get to digest that song individually, and each song gets its own moment to shine and to have its place. So there's something good about that, and I can appreciate that too with other bands when they're releasing stuff. I'll be like, oh cool, that new single is awesome. And then it's kind of cool because I'm like, I'm gonna wait for like another month or two until I get another one, whether it's Bring Me the Horizon's been doing that, and Muir did that for a while, whoever else it is that you're listening to, but so it's it's a mixed bag. It's cool both ways,
So one of the tours that I was looking forward to, we were going to go out to PA to see a place that we've played at the Sherman Theater. You guys, Black Veil Brides, and obviously In This Moment. Did you guys get to play any shows on that tour, or was that just completely like from the get canceled?
Got canceled before we went out. Yeah, like the quarantine stuff happened at like the end of March, and that tour was supposed to start. If I am correct, I think that tour was supposed to start in April or May or somewhere in there. Maybe it was supposed to start in March, but somewhere right in there, we didn't do any of the shows, which is such a huge bummer. I mean, was such an amazing package. A bunch of the shows were selling really well, but they're we're talking about it's definitely supposed to get rescheduled. I just don't have anything in finalized for that, but I'm excited because we're still going to do it as far as I know. But we were supposed to play Red Rocks on that, which was going to be just like the coolest thing ever, playing that, and just all the whole tour, so like it just would have been an awesome time. But I'm looking forward to it when it gets rescheduled. Should go.
Red Rock's a bucket list of mine.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I got to get out there.
Yeah, I've never even seen a show there, so I mean, I just want to go and see one. But to play there would just be, insane. It'd be just the coolest thing.
I hear the acoustics are fucking dope. I hear, that's a cool venue. Well, hopefully you'll do it. That'd be awesome.
No, it'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for them to put that in stone when we can announce those dates again, and that'll be a really cool thing.
So, I know Rocco and I have our certain way. How's Dead's writing? As far as, do you come in with a riff? Guitar player comes in with a riff, or you have a song, you have lyrics, do you need music first before you write lyrics? Like, what's the whole process with Dead?
Yeah, it kind of goes a lot of different ways. A lot of the stuff from the very first album was mostly guitar riffs, and like laying down a bit of a foundation of a demo. Be like a million parts on it, and then I would kind of restructure it so I could sing on it, so it felt like a song to me. Was a lot of that going on. And that was cool because it really creates an environment for me to live inside of and write to. Then when I write, if I write a song myself, I wrote, some of the guitar riffs on the first album and some of the, definitely all the vocals and stuff. But sometimes I'd write a chorus first, and then I'd write some chords to go with that chorus. I mean, there really is no like right or wrong way to do it, I guess, to get something good. I think it always kind of varies. But definitely on that first album, it was pretty heavily, the music was there and I wrote to it, and then we would just kind of restructure it, And then for the newer one, it was a bit more like we did it all in the studio together a lot more. The first one was a bit more like we were still at home. We weren't signed when we were writing a lot of it. It was just like us just having fun, just kind of doing it at our home studios and that kind of thing. So it always kind of varies. And a lot of times it'll start an acoustic guitar first, So all kinds of different things. I'm sure you guys, do the same thing, or do you guys?
We're starting to do a what is it called? Web jam, cyber jamming, man.
Oh yeah,
we're sending riffs back and forth, bro.
Yeah,
Me and the guitar
cool.
player.
Yeah,
he looks at me. He's like, "Yo, you want to cyber jam this weekend?" That's the way life is, bro.
That's cool though. Yeah, I mean, however you can connect with somebody and share that. Man, I really just miss standing in a room being loud.
Yeah.
Boys, man, I really miss that a lot. But I'm really enjoying the downtime. Maria and I spend so much time together, and because usually we're touring different places and things. But so it's really nice after touring so much for the last 3 years. For me, for sure. And she's always touring, so like really nice for us to be able to just really spend some time, like just get that home life going. It's really cool. Really nice. It's really been really, really nice.
This is a little out of the box question. If you were to have a solo album, what type of theme would you get? Collaborations? Where would you go with it? Would it sound like Dead? Would it like what do you think if you were going to have a solo album? Because I can hear you, and believe me, I love Dead, but I can hear you years to come solo album for some reason. Sure. But that's just me.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of like bands. I'm a big fan of working with people and like the camaraderie and the teamwork.
Yeah,
because I know what I sound like already, kind of in a way. Like I've been in a lot of bands before this, and I kind of wrote everything, guitar, vocals, blah blah blah, the whole thing. So I know what I sound like, kind of, in a couple different variations of rock and metal. I also have like a side project I've been working on for a long time that's kind of like garagey, kind of like Queens of the Stone Age almost sounding, or like Interpol, or like a little more like, I guess, indie rock, I guess, in a way, but it's still kind of almost like punk in a way. But so yeah, I have that going that I might do someday. I've wanted to do more of like a fast skate punk hardcore style album that I've really been wanting to do. And I'd love to do an acoustic style thing, like kind of more like folk, or like a somewhere in like the somewhere in there. I don't know. So like, there's a lot of different things,
It all can be done.
Eats all the time. Be like, can you rap on this? And, I don't know that I would do a full on rap thing either. I haven't been doing that much, but so it's always like, I just love music. So whatever ends up turning out cool is cool.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, you want to know what would be a cool fucking combo, like a mashup? You and Sonny from POD.
Oh yeah, I love Sonny, man. He's the best.
Sonny, and then you come in with like this fucking chorus, just blows your face off. That would be cool. That's for you producers out there who listen to this. There you go.
Yeah, I've gotten up and done Southtown with them a couple times, a couple different shows, and that was the best time, man. They're the best guys, man. I love them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you talked a little bit about being able to have a little bit of a home life with Maria. Now you guys were set for obviously a big tour. What's it like? I mean, on tour, being able to have your significant other there for you. I mean, that's got to be a cool feeling.
It is. It's awesome, man. It's really, it's great, because that's usually what you're missing is home, and that person is like a piece of your home with you at all times. So it's awesome. And then, I guess before we were together, but we were performing songs together and stuff. And then, I sang on their new album as well. And so, it's really cool. Yeah. On tour, it's like, it's awesome, because then I get to watch her every night and just be amazed, because she's just, every time I watch her, she's just so incredible, and she comes out and watches us. And so, you get to share that, and you get to really kind of, you fully understand, because usually it's not that often that you're like dating someone that fully understands everything that you go through, whether it be your meet and greets, your songwriting, your, what it is to tour, what it is to be a musician, in this day and age, everything. So we fully understand each other. And so there's just it's nice. Yeah. It's really nice. It's amazing. We get to connect in so many ways, beyond just as people, as artists as well. So it's really cool.
The other thing on Shiprocked, we watched in this moment, I think in one of the theaters, right, Rock?
Yeah.
And I saw their bass player, Travis Johnson. I was like, fuck, all right, yeah, he wears a mask too. I just had like a bandana for like a hot minute for like maybe 10 shows. That just, a little look. I look at this guy, I'm like, look at his fucking mask. I'm not wearing a mask. That's a cool mask.
Right.
Little did you know you were ahead of your time with the fucking masks.
I was ahead of my time with COVID, that's for sure. Hunting Ground, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Hunting Grounds? Tell us a little bit about that. How was the collab?
Yeah, it was because we were both out in Vegas when we were working on our album with Churko in Hideout Studios. They were doing their album while we were doing our album. We kind of did our album. We kind of like went back on tour, came back, that kind of thing. And at that point, we were out there together. So they were working on that, and they asked me to do it, to be a part of it. And is just Maria had this whole idea that we talked about, and it's all kind of her. She's just such a visionary. So it was really all her. Kind of her vibe, and she kind of explained it to me, and so I just kind of jumped inside of that environment again, like I would do with Dead. Like if a certain song has an environment, I try to live inside of that and play to it. So it was just an honor to be on that song, man. It's just awesome. It's such a cool kind of creepy, theatrical, like two people facing off kind of thing, and it was just really cool for her and I to do that, man. It's awesome. The song turned out great. So
jamming with a cool band too.
Yeah,
fucking real cool band.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I've been in this Moment fan since for a very long time too. So yeah, it was cool, man.
A Beautiful Tragedy was how I was introduced to them by my wife, actually, their EP, I believe. Okay. And I was like, wow, oh my, who's this? What is this? Right? Yeah. And to watch her transform, it's big band. Yeah. Good time. It was a good time.
Definitely, yeah. And then definitely once Blood came out, that was like, oh, okay, that's some shit right there. I remember that came out. It really, I think for a lot of people that listen to heavy music, I think that really pushed the envelope in a lot of ways, and it was just so ferocious and huge sounding, and I think they really found their stride there, and then they've built, and just gone even beyond. I think their newest album is just so universal and mature, but still them, and I just think it's the best thing they've done. So, they've put out so much great music for so long.
Yeah, I've seen them in concert at least 5 to 7 times, and it's always a theatrical show. So I think Archie put me onto them too. Archie finds me music. That's like his thing. He goes out there, he scours it, and then like, all right, you bring back to me what's good.
I'm a guy too with my friends too. I'm like what's good? So send me some new stuff,
And then Rocco teaches me MMA and fucking UFC. I'm like, which fighter is? Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah.
So I saw that on your social media. Obviously, not unlike most people, but rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen passed away a couple weeks ago, and I saw that you said he was one of someone that you looked up to, obviously, and one, if not your favorite guitar player. Just talk about what he meant to you.
Yeah. I just, nobody that I can think of has just combined talent with songwriting, because oftentimes if someone is like an insane ripper shredder guy, they're going to just shred and it's fine and it's impressive. And then oftentimes the other side of it is they're a good songwriter. They can't quite do all that blah, blah, blah stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like to do it together so tastefully, but still be impressive technically. And then to do it with two different vocalists and be just as big both times.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's just like the Michael Jordan of guitar to me. You know what I mean? So, and they were heavy and they were ferocious, but then they were so beautiful and like uplifting in certain times, especially more uplifting with Hagar. But he's just the best, man. Him, then Hendrix obviously is right there next to him, but Van Halen definitely technically was he's just a beast, man. So yeah, he's incredible.
I think, you really can't pinpoint to one reason, but if you had to, I think he's the reason why they were able to succeed with two very different vocalists. You have the showman, then you have like the singer, like songwriter, but I think he was the glue, and he kind of like evolved his style, and he could play any style. So.
Yeah, exactly. He did. Yeah. He played on Michael Jackson songs, Yeah. So it's like, it's just the best. He's just the best, man, to me. Yeah, he was. And it's just a sad day. But he contributed so much to music and inspired so many people to pick up a guitar or keyboards or whatever they inspired by him, whatever it is. So I'm just appreciative that he was there to make it for me to enjoy.
It was like watching a carpenter swing a hammer so effortlessly to play a guitar. It just right. It didn't look like it was like it was part of him. Like it was like it was just. It's my guitar. This is what I do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like anybody at the top of the game. That's what I said. Michael Jordan. He just makes it look easy. Eddie Van Halen made it look like he could do it in his sleep. It was incredible. And I know there's a lot of other great guitar players out there, but he was just special and he did something. And I just got, I just love them.
Yeah.
I crank music a bunch, for the past the past week or two since it's happened. But I had been listening to them anyway. So, because you go through phases listening to stuff and I had been jamming them anyway. So it was, but, more so I feel, condolences to his family and his friends and his bandmates and people that actually knew him. But, for us as people that just enjoyed him, he was incredible.
Are you a sports guy?
I would say yes, but I also probably wouldn't be able to have a huge conversation about it. You know what I mean? I haven't watched it much with all the touring we've been doing. I'm just not up to date on it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching, again, almost the same thing as Van Halen, watching someone that's great at something do something.
Yeah. Got it.
I've been trying to catch a little football this season. I'm excited that it's there at least. It's happening.
Well,
I caught finals, the NBA finals.
Over for us, fucking Giant fans that we are. But bye-bye. Yeah.
I'm a Cardinals fan from Arizona, so we're doing all right. I think we're 3-2 right now. We're doing okay.
Yeah, Cardinals have a good future. Kyler Murray looks like he's the real deal, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, it's true. Where can people find you on social media?
Just Joe Cotela. Dead DD. It's Dead Official on Instagram. We are Dead on Twitter and Dead Official on Facebook. And then, you can just Google Dead and you'll probably come up.
Just Google Dead. All right, pal.
Yeah. So the new album, is it completely written already or are you guys still working on it?
Yeah, it's recorded. It's been recorded. It was supposed to get released, probably by now, but just the way everything is. But yeah, it's recorded. It's done. We just need to figure out, the right way to release it. And we're writing it, the next album now. So we're staying on top of it. We're stockpiling music because the second album, we didn't really have a lot of time to work on the second album between touring and stuff. So this time it'll be nice to have this whole block. I'm sure a lot of people, especially with everything that's going on in the world, we have a lot of things to be angry about. Write some heavy music. There's gonna be a lot of good music coming out, I think, from all this. So
now there's the label. The label's mindset would be, all right, let's wait to release it when these guys can tour, or is it like, all right, let's put it out when there's still no music venues really open?
Right, kind of a combination of both. We'd like it to be closer to that, but it's just kind of so indefinite right now. So I don't think we're waiting until we can tour. That's probably too far out. And I don't know if I should say, what I should say about it exactly, but it's just being talked about. I guess that's all I can really say, and I hope that
you can say anything you want. We're all friends here, Joe. You can say anything you want about this album.
Guys. I want to put it out and, but we gotta get everybody on board and we gotta release it the right way and give it, its fair chance at coming out and doing its thing.
Well, you know how bands grow and they sometimes change a little style. You're going to be changing styles. Yeah, you're going to be still on the last one though, writing all these albums.
Yeah,
No,
I mean the newer stuff we're writing. Again, it's all in such small demo phase right now, but it's fun and it's a little bit heavier if you ask me. But all kinds of stuff.
Good shit, dude. Yeah. So I just want to say that Rocco and I, bro, big fans. We really enjoyed. In fact, I'm going to have to tell you, we ganked one of your moves on stage.
Oh, what's that?
Yo, I told Rocco straight up. I was like, "You see what he just did there?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it the next show." I can't remember the song. I don't remember your song, but it was the song before to introduce it. It was like, when I say 1, 2, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, like that type of shit. I don't know if you remember doing something like that.
It was probably FMFY. It was probably fuck me, fuck you too.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, we're ganking that. So before one of our songs, I was like, so we did it we opened up. We had the pleasure of opening up for Buck Cherry. So we did it at a little theater in Jersey. Mm-hmm. Then we did it at a small club.
It goes better in the theater.
It does go better.
7 dudes are like, 1, 2, give me a beer. But we just want to say, thanks a lot, bro, for giving us time.
Yeah,
we can't wait for your fucking new album. We like what we're hearing so far, and
awesome.
Best of luck to you, man.
Thanks a lot.
And hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, maybe when the album comes out, we can hop you guys again. And I gotta go check out your guys' band then too. Is it's all on the Instagram I'm talking to you through, right?
Yes, yeah, it's on our. I'll send you the link to our website.
Yeah.
Okay, bad. What's it called again?
War for the Crown.
War. Okay, War for the Crown. Cool. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go jam that too.
Awesome. All right, brother. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your time. Again, can't wait till this album comes out, and we can't wait to see you live.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to play live. And dude, I had an awesome time. You guys, whether the band or not, you guys have an awesome podcast set up too. It's cool, man. That's dope.
Yeah, we're trying, bro.
He's my hetero life mate, so we do a lot of things together. So,
Awesome.
all right, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys very much, man.
Later.
Peace.
Yo, so that's a real awesome cat right there. Joe Cotela from the band Dead. If you can hear in the background, I like to sample in the little songs of the band as we do a little intro, outro, and that song was Parasite. It's one of their new releases. We can't wait to hear the new material coming from Dead. He says it's going to be heavy, and Rocco and I love heavy, so that's some good shit. Check out Dead on Instagram at Dead Official. Check out Joe Cotela at Joe Cotela. That's JoeCotela, and be on the lookout for Dead's new album. Can't fucking wait, bro. Rock, do me a favor, smarten me up with a little bit of rockosophy. Tell me and the people out there what we all need to hear.
If you just heard us talking to our boy Joe from Dead, and you want to go smoke a bowl in your shed, but you're eating cold cuts off your belly in your twin-sized bed, and you decide just to be a lazy piece of shit instead, then you're listening to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out.